The hearts of Liverpool fans felt crushed as they witnessed their beloved team suffer a bitter defeat to PSG in the fateful penalty shootout. The explosive cheers of the travelling French supporters drowned out the deafening silence that had enveloped Anfield. The heavy footsteps of the Liverpool players as they trudged into the tunnel were a testament to the pain that was hard to swallow. Donnarumma's brilliance brought Liverpool's European journey to an abrupt end this season. Heading into the second leg with the disadvantage of a 0-1 home defeat, PSG knew they had no room for error. They approached the match with an unrelenting fighting spirit. As early as the 12th minute, Ousmane Dembélé, in electrifying form with 21 goals in 2025, put the visitors ahead. It was a textbook example of exploiting space through the midfield. Dembélé received the ball from Nuno Mendes before swiftly laying it off to Bradley Barcola, who surged forward. Barcola then delivered a perfect low cross, allowing Dembélé to slot home from close range. This goal not only propelled PSG into the lead, but also underlined Dembélé's exceptional form, making him the most prolific scorer in Europe's top leagues this year. PSG continued to dominate, but squandered golden opportunities. In the 17th and 32nd minutes, Barcola and Dembélé both had one-on-one chances with Alisson, but failed to convert. The most agonizing miss came in the 35th minute when Kvicha Kvaratskhelia found himself in acres of space, but blazed his shot over the bar. Despite being under pressure, Liverpool still managed to pose a threat. Just before half-time, Anfield erupted when Dominik Szoboszlai went down in the box following a collision with Fabian Ruiz. However, referee Istvan Kovac refused to award a penalty, sparking outrage in the stands. With nothing left to lose, Liverpool were forced to push forward in search of an equaliser. They created several dangerous chances, especially through Diogo Jota, who was expected to provide fresh impetus. However, the Portuguese forward endured a night to forget. He missed a gilt-edged chance with a header from a corner and had the fewest touches of any Liverpool player, just 33 in total. More worryingly, his goal drought in the Champions League extended to 17 matches, having last found the net against Atletico Madrid in November 2021. In the second half, Liverpool ramped up the pressure but were met with PSG's resolute defense. Their relentless efforts proved futile against a well-organized backline marshaled by Willian Pacho and Marquinhos. By the end of the first half, PSG's expected goals, or XG, stood at 1.97, higher than any visiting side at Anfield this season. This led Opta's supercomputer to increase PSG's chances of progressing. Before the match, they had just a 25.1% probability of advancing, but by half-time, this had risen to 46.1%. Liverpool nearly found an equaliser in the 53rd minute when Trent Alexander-Arnold's shot struck the post. He quickly reacted to the rebound and set up Dominik Szoboszlai, who finished emphatically. However, the joy was short-lived as the assistant referee raised his flag for offside, ruling out the goal. Extra time saw PSG come close to sealing victory. In the 93rd minute, Desiré Doué spun and fired a shot inside the box, narrowly missing the post with Alisson beaten. With the aggregate score level, the match went to penalties, where PSG gained a psychological edge by shooting towards their travelling supporters. Vitinha was first to step up, calmly dispatching his effort past Alisson. Liverpool's penalty specialist, Mohamed Salah, responded with an ice-cool finish. However, from then on, the tide turned against the Reds. Gonzalo Ramos, who had just come on in extra time, rifled his penalty into the bottom right corner. Next was Darwin Nunez, who had the chance to restore parity, but Donnarumma guessed correctly and pulled off a stunning save. Dembele showcased his class once again, blasting his spot kick into the net to make it 3-1. The weight of expectation fell on Curtis Jones, but the young midfielder saw his effort denied by Donnarumma. Finally, Desiree Doué stepped up and buried his penalty, sealing a 4-2 victory for PSG. Liverpool had won 4 of their last 5 penalty shootouts in Europe, but this time history did not favor them. Anfield was left in stunned silence while PSG reveled in their triumph. This was also the first time since March 1985 that a French club had won a Champions League penalty shootout, when Bordeaux defeated Dnipro. Beyond the heartbreak of elimination, Liverpool now face significant squad concerns. Both Alexander-Arnold and Ibrahima Konate picked up injuries, giving Arne Slot a major headache ahead of Sunday's Carabao Cup final against Newcastle, with Joe Gomez and Connor Bradley also sidelined. Jarrell Kwanzaa may need to step up. More worryingly, this could be Alexander-Arnold's final season at Liverpool. His contract expires in 3 months and no extension has been agreed, with Real Madrid closely monitoring the situation. If his injury is serious, this could mark his last Champions League appearance for the club. While Liverpool grapple with disappointment, PSG look forward with optimism. Before the match, Arne Slot had surprisingly labelled PSG the best performing team in Europe this season. Though his remarks seemed courteous, given that Liverpool lead the Premier League, the reality is that PSG have transformed. From struggling in the group stage to emerging as a formidable force, they have been revitalized by strategic signings. New recruits such as Vitinha, Nuno Mendes, William Pacho, Bradley Barcola, João Neves, Desiree Doué, and especially Kopites Kvaratskhelia have rejuvenated their squad, moving them away from their past reputation as a team of individual stars. This match had all the hallmarks of an early final, with both teams displaying high-level tactics and quality. However, this defeat is a bitter pill to swallow for Liverpudlians, particularly given the team's dominant group stage performance and their commanding 15-point lead in the Premier League. Facing such a strong opponent as PSG in the round of 16 was unfortunate, but that is the brutal reality of the Champions League. Now, Liverpool must swiftly recover and turn their focus to the Carabao Cup final, their first chance at silverware under Arne Slot. Meanwhile, PSG have shown remarkable progress after a sluggish start in this season's Champions League, guided by Luis Enrique. However, PSG's victory was not without controversy. During the match, some home fans engaged in unsportsmanlike behavior, throwing objects at McAllister as he took a corner. This incident was widely condemned by the media and tarnished the spectacle of a high-stakes clash. This loss not only ends Liverpool's hopes of a treble, but also delivers a painful blow to the pride of a club that once dominated Champions League nights at Anfield. The raucous celebrations of the away fans overshadowed the eerie silence in the stands. The weary strides of Liverpool's players into the tunnel spoke volumes of a defeat that will sting for a long time. Losing to PSG is a setback, but not the end. Liverpool are not a club that crumbles after one defeat. Every time we fall, we rise stronger and more determined. Ahead lies the Carabao Cup final, a chance to prove our resilience and show that Liverpool never gives up. Newcastle may be ready for battle, but remember, Wembley is where we make history, where Liverpool turn adversity into triumph. Play with heart, with the hunger to win, with the spirit of warriors who never surrender. Fight for the fans who have stood by us, for the sacred red shirt, for the unforgettable moments we will create together. A defeat does not define us, how we respond does. Fight like champions, forget this loss. Wembley awaits our name to be written in history. Onward, Liverpool, you never walk alone.